Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Yeah. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials close up 94, Nasdaq up 55, S&P's up 7. Let's go over and take a look at the future in the S&P first, because this is what we have happening, folks. We are at 2670 inside the S&P. Now, it's going to close in 15 minutes, 4:15, well, 10 minutes from now. And this is what you have. So we have anemic volume. Bottom line is that the future got to 2681.50. The high of Friday was 2669.50. So what's so cool here is this. So check this out. This is already a failure, basically, on price and volume. That being said, it's not that dramatic. The reason being, you need to close inside the future at 2669.50. So we're 1/2 a point away from that. So it's going to be intriguing watching how this thing shakes out. That being said, if we go over to the SPY, what you're going to see is this. Inside the SPY, this is where the failure comes in. The failure comes in, we got to a price point of $268.02. You went into the swing high of April 30th. And then you closed at that swing high is 267.89. You closed at 266.92. Dollar underneath it. You had volume of 51 million versus 82. So we got the failure on price, failure on volume inside the SPY. We go to the Qs. What do we have with the Qs? Bottom line, you don't have a failure in the Qs. What we have with the Qs is this. The Qs closed at 166.24. You know, now the Qs are testing out the high of April 18th. The 167 was the high. We hit today 166.78. That being said, we hit around the same amount of volume. Now, that was short volume, because that's when the Qs had gone from a price point of 167. 5 days later, you're at 156. Because what really is happening here, if we stay close in, what you have here, it looks like it still wants to hit it, which is the 167. That being said, you're coming into volume of 71 million. You're coming into volume of 118 million, 68 million, 105. Bottom line, you're coming into some serious volume out here. Dow Industrials. What do we have with the Dow Industrials? Dow Industrials closed at a price point out here today of 23,357. We got to a price point of 24,479. That didn't make the high of April 30th. And what you do have here is that, bottom line, we didn't close under the high of Friday, so basically that's a toss-up. It lost quite a bit on price, but basically that's a toss-up the way that baby is trading out right now. So it's going to be intriguing inside this S&P because we're so close to that 1/2 a point. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract, folks, is trying to bust into its higher range and having a tough time doing that. What we did out here today, we did 229,000 contracts. You got to 1320. You're still at 1314, 1314, 1315. You know, that is the number. Bottom line is that it's having a tough time getting in these higher range again. We'll see how this baby shakes out. What I would like to see is that get inside that range, not teetering as we are right now. If you're a bull, what you want to see wide price spread. You want accelerated volume as you're going into that number. That's how that it gives you much higher probability than then you are going to go topside. Notes and bonds, the 10-year note, 30-year bond, they continue to want higher price. This note and bond market for a long period of time has been giving us the most consistent information inside the marketplace. We broke down about a week and a half ago. We got in the lower range in the 10, snapped back again. The 10-year yield right now, 2 weeks ago it got over 3%, 3.02%. Right now you're at 2.94. So bottom line, you're still at higher yielding prices. That being said, the yield has been backing down for the last week and a half. 30-year never broke the lower range, so the 30-year still wants higher price, lower yield. King Dollar, good old King Dollar, wants to go visit its friends from December of 2017. 19,000 contracts out here today. This has been a one-way move. It's been the largest counter-trend move in about 3 years inside the dollar. If we do take a look at this on a continual contract, what you're going to see out here is that we're at 92,617. And bottom line, this is still a confirmed ABC structure on the way down. And we'll see how this basically handles the next swing point. The next swing point being up there, being up into that 93 mark. Some of the higher volume stocks out here today in this low volume market is that you had Bank of America up 34 cents. Apple was up $1.33. Now, if we go over to Apple for a second, this is pretty incredible, actually. So Apple had hit a high today of $187.67. Well, if Apple needs about another 8% up, I believe it's 8%, and Apple would be the first $1 trillion market cap in the market in general. So it's pretty wild watching this shake out. Let me see the actual number. We had Buff. Let's see. They don't give me the exact number. This is pretty cool. Here's some stats here, actually. This is pretty cool. So PetroChina, oh, look at this. It's not even the, it's not even the first $1 trillion stock. So PetroChina in November of 27, was that right? No, 1 second, hold on. Is that the first $1 trillion stock? Sorry, 1 second. I'll get this straight. Well, Microsoft was the first $500 billion stock. Apple was, yeah, they're all $500 billion stocks. Apple was the first $500 billion stock in February of 2012. Microsoft was the first company to reach $500 billion in July of 1999. And we want to listen to this stat. When Microsoft hit its $500 billion market cap in July of 1999, that was half the size of the gross domestic product of China. You want to hear what the gross domestic product of China is now? $11 trillion. How's that? Stay right there, folks. Come right back.